Hey YouTube, it's Draconius380 and I'm back for another review. And since I just did the Versaggio, I figured since he's already out, I'll do the 1/100 scale Gundam X, Gundam Double X from Gundam X. And before I go any further, if Versaggio in his review, I had panel lined him with a panel lining marker, but this kit's really old, so I had actually panel lined him with black, but I mean it came out brilliant. No other unit that I panel lined with black looked as good, so I stopped doing it. But anyhow, on to the review. In Gundam X, when Garad Ran, the main character, and the rest of the crew of the Freedom had been captured by the New Earth Federation, upon escaping, the other Gundams had been sank under the water, so Garad and a random soldier stole the Double X from him. But anyhow, there's your background. Now on to the model. As you can see, he's mostly this dark gray, almost black, with white, red, yellow, and just a hint of clear green. And now for his articulation. Just the satellite cannon on his back really hampers some of his articulations. You go watch it. His shoulders, I'll show you, can do a full 360 as long as you don't get caught on the satellite cannon. He's got double elbows, so his arm can do that. He's got his wrists a wiggle and his fingers are semi-articulated. His head, well, if you don't get these, well, let me adjust the camera. He's got these little spike things on his head, so if you don't get those caught, it'll do the full 360. And just on a note, I glued them down before I even finished the kit, just because I was afraid they'd fall off and I'd lose them. He's really back heavy, so you gotta watch him because of the satellite can. His legs, his front skirts are individual, so his leg can go this far forward. His back skirt doesn't move, so he can go that far back. And he can go that far to the side. He's got a single knee joint. His feet are on ball joints, and his front skirt will wiggle back and forth. And he's got a waist joint, unlike Versaggio. Oh, and his boosters, let me get the satellite cannon out of the way. His boosters will move together, but that's his articulation. Again, this kit, I believe, is 13 or no, I think it's 16 years old, actually. I think this came out in 1993. So, ooh, that's never happened before. Murphy's Law. I say it a lot because, well, a lot happens only when I'm doing a review. Parts have never fallen off since I've had the kit fall off now of all times. Anyhow, I reckon I'll do his accessories now. This thing that fell off is a beam saber handle. It comes with a clear green beam. And if you look, the beam saber comes up from my table almost to his shoulder. That was a big beam saber. Put it in his hand and close his fingers. If just in case you ask, I really don't count the fingers as articulation. It isn't going to help or hurt any poses. There's that. Then he comes with this. This is not a shield. This is a defense plate. It plugs into his arm right here. It also has a handle, but he doesn't hold it very well. And it'll sit on his arm quite nicely. He has a second beam sword and beam blade for it, but I don't have that out right now. But He also comes with a beam rifle, which I had to do a lot of painting on it because they didn't even give stickers for it to come the right colors. Anyway, you put it in his hand and he holds it quite nicely. There you go, he's armed. But that's not why I like this kit. This kit also came with the G-Falcon, but I will do the G-Falcon in a separate review at a later date. Which, if you want to see it, put it in the comments section down there. Otherwise, I'm just going to go and do whatever the hell I want without any consideration, because don't seem like you care. Anyhow, his gimmick, like the Versaggio, is he'll transform into he has a satellite cannon. Well, unlike Versaggio's Megasonic cannon, he has a twin satellite cannon. To initiate satellite cannon, you open, let me move the camera, you open his wing up like this, and then open this third one up. Do the same on the other side. Open these shiny gold material wings open. Although it's kind of botched, you open this on his arm and these two gold things are supposed to fold out. It doesn't quite work very good, but I mean, they tried. Excuse me, his other beam saber fell off. Woo! And then the gimmick that really did work, however, is on the leg. Let me adjust the camera again. In that let me get his arm out of the way in my hand. You grab right here, pull this black thing, and then these other two things come open. So I'll try it on the other side. See that? That's really cool. And then what you do is you fold these up. You fold these straight up. But before you bring them down, you take this panel out of his shoulder and slide it up. And do the same on this side. Then you bring the satellite cans, you extend them, bring them forward, and then lock them in these things. And then a microwave beam from the moon would come down, beep, 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 and land in his chest and supercharge his satellite cannon. And then he'd fire, blowing up a colony or whatever the hell was in his way that was keeping Garrod from his girlfriend Tifa. But, I mean, it's awesome for such an old kit. This shiny gold material and the clear green just makes it all worthwhile for me. Because for such an old kit, it's really well made. But, like the Versaggio, if you liked Gundam X, you gotta pick this up if you can find it somewhere. Otherwise, if you didn't like Gundam X, I say don't bother. But I mean, I like it because it's everything. But anyhow, I'm Draconi380, and I like